Welcome to the Queen City of Cincinnati and one of the most historic venues in all of college football. Nippert Stadium, home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Houston Cougars about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcats offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Walker to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they are able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle. It's Etheridge. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
The Cougars offense will have its first possession of the game. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays space when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him, but Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there and catching the football.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? To throw, it's Hawkins. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
This Houston offense about to snap it on 1st down again. To the air on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Houston wants to play fast.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They just keep firing. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. Go straight ahead. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
So they aren't concerned about trying to tie the game. They'll leave the offense on the field and try to take the lead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. It'll be a draw. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Walker will fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turning it on! Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Quickly complete. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Here we go. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Etheridge. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Walker to throw. Back swinging with the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. the Houston offense ready to go back to work. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets rid of it. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
He might want another play. To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Houston going up tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Caught in the backfield. It's Thurman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got an open man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got his man on the outside. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. First and goal. Flips it out on the screen. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Trying to punch it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Houston! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Walker will fire. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wideout. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And
the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Walker to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Finding an escape route. That's a fumble on the play. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Makes the signal, secures the Bearcats, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The give to the running back from the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Tight end now in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Rides the back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first down. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Trying to set up the screen. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Walker will fire. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Rush is on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bearcats will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get...
There he goes. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. And the Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Looking for space to the left. Slithers into space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the 1st down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
He's going to take off. At the 20, he's got space. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards. Gets way down the...
Touchdown, Houston. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend the pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury for defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Grabbed behind the line, it's Simmons. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Walker to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Finds a tight end. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
The Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Swings it out to his running back. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's on target and complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Quick release by the QB. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll run it from the gun. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
All right, let's get it. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback will keep it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On 3rd down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Cougars. And they take it in for 6 more points. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead has ballooned like it has.
Finds his man. It's Smith. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Bearcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Turning it on. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick.
Perfect execution on the onside kick. And how about the kicker? He makes sure that ball skips a couple times before popping up into the air and allowing his players to go get underneath him.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Walker will fire. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT.